What's up, everybody? Tony Pete Scott here with Kurt Angle versus Robert or Bobby or whatever TNA is calling him now, Roode, in the main event. Maybe if they don't have Kurt Angle, or if they don't have Hogan versus Sting, excuse me, this should be the main event of the evening. You'll have Robert Roode versus Kurt Angle in the main event. And you know something that I like about this is that you have a TNA original in the main event of Bound for Glory. It is no longer Sting, because if you remember, Sting had that Bound for Glory thing going on where he was main event every year and he was winning the title every year. Not the case this year. It is Robert Roode, who, if you can recall, won the Bound for Glory series. It was a little point system where you'd get points based on your victories. Top guys would face each other and blah-de blah-de blah-de, and Robert Roode became the top one. Now, do I think that Robert Roode or Kurt Angle are going to win this match? Well, we have to talk about something. Robert Roode is a homegrown talent. He has never been TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Do I think he deserves it? Hell yes, I think he deserves it. Beer Money is one of the top 2 talent in the company. Now, there's something interesting. Hogan did a radio interview, I believe, or was it a paper interview? I don't remember where I read this at, but it was one of those wrestling news sites, by like NoDQ.com or PW Insider or something. But Hogan was saying, you know, they asked him about the top guys, and they said Robert Roode, and he said, no, Robert Roode's not one of the top guys. He's not ready, but yeah, he's a contender for the title, so I wish him best of luck. And then they said James Storm, and he said, yeah, James Storm's ready. He could be the next guy. And then they said Jeff Hardy, you know, he could be the next guy if he keeps his crap in line. And he said Kurt Angle's awesome. So, yeah, but I found that kind of interesting. Hogan saying that Robert Roode isn't ready to go to the next level. Is he being completely honest? I mean, does Hogan not like Robert Roode? Does he not think Bobby Roode is ready to be up to the top level? Or is it the other way around, where Hulk Hogan's trying to tell us that Robert Roode's not ready, just so we can think, oh, he says Robert Roode's not ready, Robert Roode's not going to win the title, you know, it's not going to happen, never happened. And quite frankly, I think it's the latter of the part, where he's saying, you know what, Robert Roode's not ready, he's not that great, and he's going to win it. And he's just trying to swerve us all from not thinking that Robert Roode will win, but in the turn, Robert Roode will come out on top. You know, that's what I hope. Because TNA, the one thing that I always disliked about their heavyweight division was always ex-WWE guys. You had Kurt Angle, you had Sting. Sting wasn't WWE, but you get the idea. It was Jeff Jarrett. It was guys like, I'm thinking of somebody, but I can't even think of it right now. You had Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Mr. Anderson, right? He's an ex-WWE guy. And you had all those guys that were in the main events, and you know, you had the AJ Styles in there every once in a while, and you know, a few other guys, but never guys like Robert Roode. And Robert Roode's been with the company for a long, long time, and I think that Robert Roode deserves to go to the next level. Robert Roode deserves the title, and I think it's Robert Roode's time. I think he can win the title, and he can hold it as a good champion. You know, I would actually tune in to see Robert Roode as champion, because TNA needs to differ themselves from WWE, and this is a guy with a gimmick, a fresh gimmick that isn't being done in WWE. He's got a fresh face, and Robert Roode is just a future of the company. You get guys like him, put him and AJ Styles in a match together or something, I don't know, something amazing that would want to keep me watching TNA, because you get those homegrown talent. Sure, Kurt Angle can wrestle. Sure, Jeff Hardy can wrestle certain days. Sure, some of those guys from WWE are great. You know, Mr. Anderson, he's great. I think that he could have been a WWE champion. But, you know, he injured Randy Orton. So, piss off Randy Orton and you're gone from the company. But Robert Roode, yeah, he can be a top guy. James Storm, yeah, he can be a top guy. Eric Young, he should be a top guy. Eric Young is just amazing. He's fallen into the Santino thing. Abyss, he's a good guy. I think he should be on TV more. You know, he had his little run with his, whatever you want to call it, his brutal little bat thing where he killed people and killed RVD, but that didn't last very long. His gimmick where he was just like deranged and all the psycho at the beginning, not the red and yellow, here's my ring kind of stupid crap with him and Hogan. If they had the back to the basics, they will be great. But as far as the quality of this match goes, it will be top notch. Kurt Angle, he doesn't look as buff as he does in this game. He looks actually pretty skinny now, and I'm getting worried that Kurt Angle something is wrong with Kurt Angle. I know he's got a lot of DUIs or DWIs or whatever, and you know, that could be one of the reasons why they would get the belt off of him, to give it over to Robbie Roode or Bobbert Roode or Robbie Bob, whatever. I don't even know why Rob is short for Bob or Bob is short for Rob. I don't get it. Anyway, but you give it to any one of those guys, you know, the Robert Roode, the James Storm, the AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, any one of those guys, and it'll be gold. You got to keep the homegrown talent, the originals with the company, because quite frankly, if you don't keep them happy, you don't keep them in the company, I could see them going to WWE easily. I mean, they would be a good fit on Raw or SmackDown, either way. Get them both over there. Hopefully they don't go over there if they ever left and turn into a Chris Harris on ECW, because that was just despicable. That had Botchamania written all over it. Oh my God. Hi, I'm Chris Harris. Yep, or whatever he said. I don't even remember. And yeah, it was pretty funny. But Robert Roode, I predict him coming out on top and being the new champion. Then, you know, you can have a rubber match or whatever. One more match with him and Kurt Angle. Pass the title back if you want. Actually, I like when the titles change a lot, because then you have, you know, you never know what's going to happen in the company. But not too much. Because we have Dave Lagana, I think that's how you pronounce it. Dave Lagana is taking over, if you didn't know. He used to be a writer in WWE. He was a very good writer, and he knows his shit. So he's going to come in, he's going to be writer, and hopefully that things change around, because he just signed his contract with WWE. Not WWE, from TNA. He used to go to Ring of Honor, but he left Ring of Honor to go to TNA. And Kurt Angle with the Angle Slam. So we'll see if he can come back and he can help the company out and make it a great place. But Kurt Angle getting the victory in this match. Could go that way. I'm hoping they give it to Robert Roode, but you never know. TNA, things could go either way. Anyway, Tony Pizza Guy, I have more and more of the predictions up, so check them out. Frag out.